Hello and welcome back to Let's Watch Out for Fireballs, Binding of Isaac character guide series. So we've done these three guys. Now we're on to Judas. Judas comes with 1 measly heart, average speed, double base damage, and the Book of Belial, which you can use every 3 rooms and doubles your damage for that room. Judas only has the other characters are all about taking advantage of their strength. Here's his big weakness is that I could, and this, I was going to say, Judas is 100% about shoring up his weakness, and he only has 1. His strength is decent, his range is decent, everything is decent, except his health, which is clearly lacking. So this pill could be amazing. Tears down, that sucks. But yeah. So he, unlike every other character, is really just about that 1 weakness. Spirit Heart's going to help. And in order to have a successful Judas run, one thing is he does not really have enough health to make the rest of the game, or enough damage rather, to carry you through to the end of the game. Like if you get to the end of the game with Judas base damage, you're still not doing great, even if you still have Book of Belial. But he starts with such a leg up. He's so much better than the other characters in that respect that that's really not your concern at all. Really your concern is getting health and getting an item, preferably an item that can generate health for you. Things like the Book of Revelations, the nail, the miter, the relic. Those things are just huge when it comes to this character. And really, more than them being huge, they're really your only hope. You cannot, it maybe has been done before that someone has beat the game with Judas base stats, but it's very hard for me to imagine. I'm getting kind of double seller with him. Much more likely that I'm going to fuck up and take some damage, which, as I did, but you can see just exactly how fragile I am. The matchstick is going to give me additional bomb drops, which is very useful because I've seen many areas on this floor already that I would like to use bombs on. That pretty much worked out. I mean, I don't want to brag too much, but that is what I was trying to do. And includes live bombs in that, which kind of sucks. But back to full red hearts. We have a good amount of spirit hearts backing us up. I would like keys, though. Without keys, this run will probably be something that we're not able to win. With that in mind, I'm going to use a bomb to get to this chest as opposed to get to that 6 cents down there, which I would do. Because every key I can get is a miracle. And I'm going to save my bomb that I have. That 6 cents is mighty tempting, and I can check for the secret room at the same time. Oh, I know where the secret room is. Never mind. But, I should be using Book of Belial more. I can use it every 3 rooms. At this point, not so much, because I could be approaching the boss at any time. And I'll use my bomb on this guy. The spiders can sometimes break out of there. We'll just go ahead and do that. And that's useful. Spirit Hearts would also be nice. Judas is one of the only characters where I'm a little bit leery of taking this risk. With 3 Spirit Hearts, I'm going to do it. Because the potentiality for goodness is so great. Now, I like that packed item quite a bit. Brother Bobby isn't worth it. If I take this, I'll end up with 2 Spirit Hearts, I believe, only. I don't want to do that. But even, like I said, going to a deal with the Devil Room is worthwhile. Going back for 2 pills is not worth it, since I don't have automatic good pill effects. But even going to a deal with the Devil increases your chance, and not taking it increases your chance of a deal with with God. So that is my hope. And there I can get the relic or the miter, both of which would be big gets. for me with this character. Sorry to make you listen to me breathe like that. I've been very congested. Oh shit. That was some of the worst damage that I could have taken. I was punished for breathing into the microphone. So I'm gonna go check out the resources this floor has to offer before I fight the boss. Book of Belial is a very good item. Doesn't mean that I wouldn't give it up for something that shores up that weakness. Nun's Habit is a no-brainer. I said it before, always get the Nun's Habit. It's a wonderful item. Getting an extra 2 cents would be very useful, and I'm going to use one of these bombs to get some money to go back and get that Spirit Heart as well. And that's 5 cents, I think. Yeah, so, ooh, the Mulligan. I haven't gotten this in a while. I like this item a lot. Now I have a random chance to create flies with my attacks, so that's very good. And let's see what we got in this guy. And Little Chad. I don't like getting this item. It's going to drop red hearts. Right now, without a couple health upgrades, that's going to be largely useless to me. But it can be useful. When I say he needs health, I don't mean he needs transient health. I mean he needs permanent health upgrades. Okay. And the bomb for that 5 cents in there is pretty tempting, but I'm going to save it for tinted rocks. All right. So pretty decent first floor. Chad's kind of a dud. But other than that, no real reason to complain. I've done, you know, what I could to get these hearts, these spirit hearts. I'm going to save Book of Revelations actually for the next boss, which will probably be harder than Duke of Flies. Easy peasy. And a range upgrade. Pretty shitty. Yeah, my range is fine. Please no more range upgrades. I will use this just to make this fight go a little quicker. The Widow's not that hard, but it's worth using. You can see I just kind of tore him up. Okay, now meat, which I've talked about how much I love meat. This is that same deal with the devil. The pact is very tempting, but not on this character. So any other character I would do that, but not with Judas. Good. Okay, I kind of thought that was going to happen. It's a little bit too much stuff in the way of dodging, and that makes me happy I didn't take the pact, because if I did, I'd be worried about every spirit heart I lost. Bloody Penny is going to be something I'm going to want to use if there is a that synergizes really well with blood banks. So I'd love to show you guys that combo. Again with the pills and more pills. All right, and none of them are the same. Bombs are key. That's fine. Tears up, great. Tears down, no thanks. So tears up, 1 spirit heart for a tears up is a good trade. And for an extra key, which I will most likely end up needing. Thank you. Well, that sucked. But nothing to be done about that. Using Book of Belial on Ambush Room is a really good use of it, because you're going to have a lot of enemies to fight. And I'm fairly certain I will have 3 combat rooms before the boss. And if I'm wrong, I'm doing pretty good damage as it is with the mulligan, my base damage, and meat, my favorite boss upgrade. That was a very good shot on behalf of that turret, and a very poor dodge on behalf of me. I think I'm going to go ahead and fight the boss since I'll have Book of Belial already. Even though I definitely want to explore more of this floor. This boss is fairly easy when you have a nice open layout like this. He's only really tricky when you have a lot of rocks in your way. And even then he's not that tricky. Alright, the crate, very good upgrade. Tears up, thank you. Bicycle card, which is 2 of diamonds, that doubles my money. I'm going to hold on to that. Polaroid I don't want yet, even though if I had gone with that packed deal and just gone straight up Spirit Heart, I'd be very happy that I'd done that. And the reason why I'm holding on to 2 of diamonds is because that doubles your money, and I want to wait for myself to have the most possible money before using that. You notice if you blow those things up over the gaps, they don't produce a fly. They have the same scripting, even though they produce bomb flies, they have the same scripting as the ones that produce silkworms. And silkworms, nothing can exist over, you know, a pit in Isaac, so they just die. Yeah, I definitely want that. So we'll double my money. We'll do that. And that tarot card is a gamble, but I'm going to take it. The devil gives me Book of Belial, so pretty lousy actually, kind of a bad trade for 5 cents, but I still have plenty of money. So with the Mom's Coin Purse, I can choose one of the other trinkets we have and bring it with us. Polaroid is really not useful so far with my strategy, but Bloody Penny definitely will be. So I think I'm going to take that with me. Splunker's Hat's going to show me where that second secret room is if I pass it, which I'm going to try to do. Because a lot of times, second secret rooms either have Eternal Hearts, which are health upgrades, like this, or they are trinket related, which would be very useful since I can hold 2 trinkets. Now, blood banks behave very interestingly with Eternal Hearts. If I were to go to a blood bank now, it would take from my Eternal Heart first. So never go to a blood bank when you have an Eternal Heart. But as of now, I got an HP upgrade. I got all the consumables. Pretty good floor for me. That's probably going to be worth using a bomb to get that money. Being very careful about leaving. Splunker's Helmet is one of those items that is a straight downgrade from X-ray specs. I don't like it very much. Doesn't have that much imagination. X-ray specs will open up secret rooms only. The only advantage Splunker's Helmet has, it tells you what's in a room before you get to it. So if there's like a mini boss in the room, it will tell you. That can be useful, but it's not. And I don't even think it works with shops, which is like the only time where you really get like gotcha'd on one of those rooms. So it might work on shops. I might be wrong, but I don't think it does. Okay, Matchstick doing good work. Oh shit. Well, I dodged directly into that. That was embarrassing. So there's a mini boss in here. It's not the shop. Gonna fight it. Gonna go ahead and pop the devil card because Super Wrath can be a huge pain in the dick. as I talked about on the character guide series already. Do you guys like that bosses guide idea I talked about a couple videos ago? If I get okay at editing. I haven't really seen anything like that about Isaac, so... I feel like that went like a little extra. God damn, that thing was doggedly pursuing me. I needed to double back and walk past over it, but I thought it would blow up while I was doing it, so... A little disappointed. Our spirit hearts are so diminished, but that's how it goes. Blood rights again, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible item. Good shot. Meat. Chunk. Look how many red hearts I have on the screen. Like, I really would love to get a blood bank. Just I can play it more or less forever. I'm not done with this floor. I definitely want to go to the shop, especially since it's definitely not going to have greed. I'm going to fight the boss, though, since Book of Wild is charged up. And then I'm going to do this. There's no reason for me not to get the second secret room every floor now that I have the Splunker's helmet, so... This should not be too much of a problem. I really hope to not do damage or take damage this Chad, because I would like a deal with the devil or with the angel. I've turned down a couple deals with the devil, which means I'm very likely to deal with the angel. Hopefully it makes up for this fucking range upgrade. Yay, the miter. The miter, so that shored up a huge weakness of Judas's. The miter makes red hearts have a certain, or makes more... Like when you're going to get a red heart drop, it is more likely to become a spirit heart, or just makes more spirit hearts drop. It does, in my experience, does really good work. Like it fires really frequently. It's obviously a little bit luck based, but it's going to be a huge help. I don't think it applies to the hearts that little Chad farts out. So here's the thing: I'm not grabbing that now. You might think I'm crazy. At the cost of an additional bomb, though, I can ensure that that turns into an HP upgrade. So. Because if I get that now, I'll lose it if I get hit, which I definitely could. Like, it doesn't look like I'm going to be, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. And it was worth a bomb to ensure that I don't lose that. Red patch is pretty okay, but I don't want it. Now this is very interesting. Candle's a really good item. The issue I have with taking it, I'm not going to take it. Because it's going to be a high damaging item that is going to like replace my tier effects, and my tier effects are my strength right now. The candle is very good for fighting Isaac and Blue Baby, but yeah, fuck, God, do I hate how that happens sometimes. No, these flies, fucking A. That was very obnoxious. I don't know how to stop it from doing that. I felt like I was moving up slowly, which was how I thought I had to do it. But getting these kind of bonus HP upgrades, these 2 floors, by way of the Spelunker's helmet, because usually the second secret room is not worth looking for. You just kind of stumble across that, and that's, you know, the most you can hope for. But that is huge. Gonna be worth it. I can't hit these guys from piercing. But this is going to make it take less shots to shoot them the way that I... Fuck. God damn, I hate these things. I don't want to use bombs because I need to get in these secret rooms. So many fucking hit points. Stop facing me. super obnoxious fucking room. I should be fine for red hearts, however. Through Chad. And because of the Bloody Penny. So Bloody Penny, definitely, if you have a lot of red hearts, can be a really wonderful item. Restrictive layout. This is like a pretty hard depths floor. Like the depths is usually not this goddamn obnoxious. Thank you. But you can see the miter doing its good deeds for the day. Oh, so I need to get a penny, which I know where there is one, so that's what I'm going to do. Compass. What can be said about the compass that has not already been said? Sick of justifying to you guys why I go into those shits. I've gotten brimstone from those things. I've gotten the pact from those things. Those are good rooms. Well, the double fly tried to sneak up on my back. There are better trinkets to get, so I'm going to go ahead and spend this, especially since I more or less have guaranteed access to the secret room on the next floor. So, Bloody Penny has done its good work. I think I'm going to switch to a matchstick Ace of Spades loadout. One of the worst items in the game. Kamikaze. Turns you into a bomb. Takes a full fucking heart to do some damage. One of, if not the worst item in the game. That's definitely worth it to me. I wanted to see if I can do it with as minimal amount of investment as possible. There we are. Lots of stuff. That's matchstick. That's making everything come with like 1,000 bombs. So. Alright, well worth it. Head toward this mini boss over here. Hello, Judgment. I think I've been up in there because there are heart symbols. So 2 bombs for Judgment is worth it. Always play Judgments. I've talked about that before, but their cost to benefit ratio is often very good. Sometimes you get a truly shitty item, but it's pretty rare. And a lot of times you get a lot of consumables. Book of Revelations, with Nun's Habit and the Miter, definitely going to take that. So I'm effectively invincible for until we get down to the womb, and can amass some spirit hearts. Now I just need some damage upgrades, and even with, since I have the mulligan with me, I'm going to be Doing pretty decently, actually. So, good old Judgment. Good old Super Sloth. The reason why I use the Strength card is because Super Sloth always gives you a Tarot card. And I didn't want to have to backtrack if I wanted to. Yeah, and it's the Chariot, so I would have wanted to take the Chariot anyway. So, make that fight a little easier at a small opportunity cost to myself. A lot of times these rooms are much more likely to do a bunch of damage to me than bosses. So that was a decision I feel comfortable with. Fucking pincer attack, man. Oh, that's handy. And the devil gives me Book of Belial for a room, so I'll be able to use Book of Belial on this boss anyway. Single cube of meat, not going to be that useful to me. I've talked quite a bit about how the cube of meat mechanic is not my favorite thing in the game. Alright, feeling very good about going down to the Depths 2 or Necropolis 2, whichever it ends up being. Necropolis, that definitely sucks. I no longer have the Bloody Penny, so that arcade is going to be useful because I can use the blood bank to get down to 1. I can actually, so you guys are going to, I think I've done this before on camera, but it's actually one of my favorite combos. So even though this is Necropolis, this is going to be a great floor for us. And you shall see why shortly. Okay, so clearly I want to get into that boss trap room. Arcades always have blood banks. Blood bank's gonna let me turn my regular hearts into spirit hearts for cash, cash, cash. The shop is a viability on this floor. Could contain a battery. I would say if it does, or it contains like a 9-volt, we're probably looking at a roll, roll credit situation. So, Band-Aid is great. It's a health upgrade plus 2 spirit hearts. So the game is giving me a very spirit heart viable strategy. Obviously, I'm tempted to just roll with Spirit Heart so I can get the advantage of the Polaroid. My issue with that, when I just trying to go with just half a heart and Spirit Hearts, is it so rarely works. And the reason why is because it's really easy to accidentally pick up a red heart, and then you're just kind of down a bunch of health. So I usually find that not to be worth it. And of course I fought a horseman. I got the Book of Revelations. I didn't really realize that. But I find that tends to not be really worth it. So I'm going to try to get those red hearts back as well. But turning red hearts into spirit hearts is never a bad thing. I could really use, well, shit, some tears up. Because more chances to turn my shots into flies. It's definitely worthwhile. So yeah, that went very well for me. I've got plenty of money. I don't need to keep that open as a possibility, really. I was hoping that'd give me some red hearts, but not gonna go left. There's nothing left, and it is a Necropolis floor, so I'll fight some real dickheads on this floor. Oh, the second secret room could be that way, though. Alright, so I will actually go fully explore this floor. This is a very hairy situation. Not too bad though. We'll go explore over there. Actually, we will do it sooner than later because there might be a little bit less backtracking. Plenty of money. Everything I'm going to buy everything in the shop most likely. So I had very good luck with money these last couple runs. That last run was pretty insane money-wise. That holds some interest for me, but I'm not going to get it. So second secret room is not here, but this is, whoop, even though I did get hit, one of the easier rooms that you can get, in Necropolis. If I hadn't died there, I'd be up a spirit heart rather than just being at base level. But I think I explained how that works. Like once you have Nun's Habit, Book of Revelations, it's worth your time not to get hit. Or not, once you use it, once you use a Book of Revelations, you might as well, like it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, I'm going to spend this. Okay, strength, useful. I'm going to get down to 45 cents. Hierophant, 2 spirit hearts. Definitely worth the time and money I invested in that. Having a very lucky run so far. Could use a little bit more damage. Everything else is going great. And by damage, I mean even, you know, damage per second. So even like a Tears upgrade would be very helpful. And the battery. So this, like I said, this is probably just roll credits at this point. Between the Nun's Habit and the battery, my Book of Revelations is going to charge very quickly. Fighting mini-bosses is usually a good thing. Gluttony can give you HP upgrade, or one of 2 HP upgrades actually. Or Super Gluttony gives you a different one, but Gluttony can give you the heart. Oh, that sucks, but that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. He didn't, but he gave me the sweet Tears Down pill. Enough hearts to get back to full red hearts. And yeah, worthwhile. I still haven't gone to the item room. I could still be getting even more cool stuff could happen for me on this floor. That is some of the excitement of the Binding of Isaac. Way more exciting than the Bible story that inspired it. The same thing happens every time I read that. It's always depressing. I'm gonna hit the item room last just to be able to wrap up all at once. A little OCD of me, but... And the reason why I'm going over here is because it could be a secret room, or the second secret room, which those have a very high percentage of chance of having eternal hearts. I've been being very bad about getting hit, so I'm not really gaining very much in the way of spirit hearts. But I'm not losing them either, so... No second secret room yet. The Hangman lets me fly for a room. That's perfect timing, because this room can be a real pain in the dick if I don't have a defensive ability. There's a net spirit heart gain for you. Do the battery. And eternal heart, please. Thank you. So obviously I lose spirit hearts before I lose eternal hearts. So unless something goes absolutely disastrously wrong, that Eternal Heart is protected. Or I accidentally walk into a blood bank, which is very unlikely. Even though trading all of my regular hearts for Spirit Hearts at a blood bank would be a good idea, I did blow up that opportunity, which was probably, again, I say this a lot, mathematically correct Isaac. Probably a bad move. Okay, will be up a Spirit Heart if I can get out of this room without getting hit again. Cool. Unicorn Horn, not worth it. I didn't realize I was fighting Mom for some reason at this point. I forgot that I was at the end of the floor. Nope. The Mom fight is not something where you're invincible, because if Mom hits you, it does do a full heart. She's got womb rules. Rule number 1, the womb rules. HP upgrade. Polaroid. I want to do Polaroid playing card, actually. And down to the next floor. Playing cards are very useful. I would love to get some deals with the devil, actually, so that's really my hope for getting that specific playing card. It allows me to do that, because I definitely need some damage upgrades here. Where's your masks? The left hand is interesting. Is that better than the playing card? It turns all my regular chest into... No, it turns all my regular chest into red chest, but it also turns my golden chest into red chest. I'd rather have opportunities for golden chest, which can give me HP upgrades, among other things. They can contain deal with the devil items, but it's very rare. And they can contain double spirit hearts, which would be useful, but I feel comfortable in that decision to abandon the left hand. Edmund McMillan is left-handed, which is what that item is a reference to. When you fight him as a mini-boss, which I don't think I've done on camera, that's the item that always drops. And that'd probably be the simplest way of doing this. Alright, inch of my eyeball. No greeds in any shops on that run. On this run. Pretty cool. Pretty good luck. Wish there was a place I could donate all these red hearts to. Like a African charity. I figured this would be a horseman. That's okay. Get a second cube of meat. Oh. And I do, every time I do get hit, I lose the equivalent of half a spirit heart, so it's worth avoiding. Those scythes are sometimes hard to avoid, though. I was very nearly got hit. Didn't get a deal with the devil there, which is like vastly disappointing, and is probably going to be not an indicator of success, because I think we will succeed, but an indicator of the ease with which we shall succeed. There's pretty much no way to avoid taking damage there. The tower is garbage. I can't get into... That's probably when it's in the right way. That might be. On the trinket front, I'd really like to get the curved horn. Actually, Mom's Pearl is really good too. That's what we're going to take, but we want it with the Polaroid. Mom's Pearl is... So the miter makes just more spirit hearts show up. Mom's Pearl makes regular heart drops have a 10% chance of being a spirit heart. So immensely powerful trinket. And synergizes wonderfully with the miter. So we definitely have the health to pay the bills. It's just a question of whether we have the damage to pay the bills. And by bills, I mean success in Isaac. And by damage, I mean damage. Okay. I don't really want to use this tower card. I don't know why I'm holding on to it, really. Well, fuck you, eye laser. I guess I'm not very fast. Of course. It might be a little slow and steady wins the race at this point. I'm not doing tons of damage to Mom. But hopefully, as far as like character guide perspective, you can see the kind of choices I made at this point. So the I sacrificed a little bit of health or a little bit of damage, which is something Judas, that was excellent. Judas has in spades for a lot of health upgrade items. I didn't actually only one health grade upgrade, but health grade upgrade. Only one health upgrade, but yeah, you can see what I mean. Fuck. I dodged right into that. Okay, not too bad. Going up to the cathedral, feeling very good about our chances. Not the correct way. If I could get out of here without taking damage, I will. Yeah, not worth fighting in that room. Second secret room is still valuable, obviously, but it's not. Exploring the the entire cathedral for it is insanity. That way madness lies. I have exactly 4 keys, which are how many I need for the chest. There's no problems there. You guys have 1,000 fucking hit points. Deal with the devil card, please. Nope. Doubles my keys, though. That could be useful. Because I have a double of my keys, I'll take this risk. Oops, well. Was that worth it? By no means. But... one monster, I can get him into his pattern. And my Book of Revelations is going to charge up all fighting these bosses that have huge amounts of HP. So nothing wrong with that. So the Isaac fight's still going to be tricky. And the reason being is that I'm not doing very much damage. And I knew that was going to happen. Alright. Not doing very much damage. And I have a lot of hit points, but firing a lot of shots too. So, but each bit of damage he does to me only effectively does half a heart as long as I use my Book of Revelations whenever it's charged. So, fairly confident about this. Slow and steady. I think I've talked before on camera about how I think that these last two boss fights are pretty poorly designed. Like this is just, I mean, there are items you can get that make this a lot easier, but as far as like what your actual agency is, it's kind of bullet hell nonsense. You know, not, I don't think it's very strong from a design standpoint. It's not about pattern recognition. It's only barely about like twitch reflex because there's just so much going on the screen. Like if you ever get to this fight with technology 2, forget about it because there's just going to be such a, the whole screen will not be, I thought I was going to make it, it's not going to be safe. So even though technology 2 would mean I would have just a steady, or technology, technology 2, I have this steady stream of flies just coming directly out of me into him, which I kind of do now, but it would be, it would just look like I was shooting a literal beam of them. Ugh. I think we're doing really good. A couple real dickheady rooms could really fuck us over in the chest. A full health item, or not item, but like a consumable that gives us full health, or a lot of damage in the chest is going to be what we're looking for here. So the relic is going to give us some more spirit hearts. Would have been a lot better a little bit earlier. SMB Superfan is an all stats up. 10 bombs is 10 bombs. And is that teleport? Teleport's not very useful. Okay. So pretty good chest items. You always have an opportunity to get more items in the chest. So obviously I want to kill Gluttony last because you can get an item based on who you kill last, and he has the opportunity to give heart, which have a good chance of turning into spirit hearts, and he has an opportunity to turn into an HP upgrade. I guess he doesn't turn into an HP upgrade, but you know what I mean. Okay, successful on that. He did not, but I did get a spirit heart, which is worth it. Go ahead and check and see what's in here. Probably nothing I want. Yeah. Little Gurdon. Gertie in the chest is easier than Gertie as a boss because the room layouts are always free of obstructions. It's one of the things about flying in the ladder is that they get a lot less valuable once you get to, well, the womb. There's no pits in the womb, and there are no shit. I thought I was gonna make that, no rocks in the cathedral and the chest. So I can get through this room. Well, shit, I was going to say if I can get through this room without taking any damage, I'll be up a spirit heart. But this way I just didn't lose one. A little disappointed in myself, but I'll survive. Not killing these spiders with one hit. That's shameful. Bombs are key. Nope. And I would like to kill Lust last, actually, here, because Lust can give me Poison Touch, which might be useful. But, and the Yum Heart, which might be useful. Well, the Yum Heart actually wouldn't be useful, but yeah, killing Lust last there is pretty much impossible. So I do want to kill Wrath last, though, because Wrath can give me a bomb item, which I guess, actually, since I have the Nun's Habit, I want to take the Book of Revelations into the fight, because it works as my health insurance. So So I think I am pretty much made in the shade. I'm pretty sure I can just tank Blue Baby, but you can see, hopefully see the ways in which I pressed my advantages as Judas, along with a lot of good luck. I should wait for the angel fetuses to start throwing bombs. Or when I get hit and I have that little split second of invincibility so I can do the maneuver. So yeah, this has been a real good run. This is the first character guide run. Well, Isaac was successful, but if you watch that, you saw that I fucked up getting... I got teleported to the I Am Air room and ended up fighting Satan instead of going to the cathedral. So that's a little frustrating, but it was still a success. Just an alternative success. No problem. Anyway, so this has been the character guide for Judas. Judas, everything is good except for health. Shore up health, and you've got a successful run on your hands, most likely.